against the Raiders.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. Now Gordon, they find some open field here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. To throw, Rivers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. There'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. And he gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he'll get this out to the 30-yard line. Carr to Crabtree, good for a Raider first down. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, you know, he'd say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. they may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, just depending on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie? When you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad? Yeah.
A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. Throwing on first down is Carr. Flushed out right. He can't get him down. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On second down, Lynch. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads. Took him right off his feet, right near the 27. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got some space here. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Rivers to throw it. Looking for his tight end Gates, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Carr going to throw. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On play action, it's Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot, and if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there, and sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for the Chargers. 44 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Gordon. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now a second down throw for Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Smith. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he's a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Reminder that coming up later tonight in the national window, we'll see the Giants travel out to Denver to take on the Broncos. And then tomorrow night, it's the Colts and Titans, an AFC South battle from Nashville.
Both of them have designs on winning that division.
And he powers his way up past the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Here's Gordon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing, Rivers. And this one is incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Not something you see a whole lot of, a sack of Derek Carr, and due in large part to a good O-line. Carr was sacked on less than 3% of his dropbacks last year, lowest in the league.
Oakland knew it was important to take care of their quarterback. They picked up Donald Penn, Kelechi Osemele, and Rodney Hudson in recent years, and it's paid off.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. Crabtree has it. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Marquette King now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Rivers now on second down. Looking deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Raiders will take possession. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Carr. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Carr now on first down. They set up the screen to Lynch. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that is no good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Raiders on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, if we had any questions, that run kind of answered him. He's still Marshawn Lynch.
Hasn't lost a thing. Maybe running with a renewed sense of purpose and energy after that year off. Shift together here from the D-line. The 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now they'll throw with Carr. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On first down, Carr. But it's caught by Crabtree. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now Carr again, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it into his receiver, Cooper, and it'll bring up 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And that will be incomplete as well.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second down following the run. Now Rivers. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Mario Edwards in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack. Play fake, Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Carl Joseph. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 14. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run with Lynch. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Able to slither by. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Second down, Rivers. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another toe for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Off the play fake here, Rivers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Khalil Mack. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. The Raiders on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Cooper's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Carr. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Running for it. Here's Lynch. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They run again on 1st down, Lynch. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Play action. Now it's Carr. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Cordero Patterson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and real.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like it's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. They'll try to throw here. Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by David Anderson. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. Shift together here from the D-line. Carr going to look to throw. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Carr. They'll set up the screen to Lynch. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Carr gives to Marshawn. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Lynch. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So for the Raiders, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to